Back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 7 of our Skarsnik, the Old World campaign. In today's episode, our secondary Wa here is continuing to rampage on through the mountains. We are trying our best to get on the side with the Chaos Dwarves and bring down the remainder of Clan Moors. We've cornered Pestilost here in the Black Iron Mine, and he doesn't have that many useful defenders here helping him on out, so we're going to give this one to the Auto-Resolve, as it's a decisive victory with almost no casualties. Wipe these fools out in the upper mountains, and then we'll be able to turn back around with a ton of gold. Don't mind if I do. Lost was slayed in battle, chucked into the Eternal Abyss. Oh, we can't actually turn around and claim it. And that tends to be the way, so we're going to go into our raiding camp instead. I don't think we're going to be actually able to gain any gold from the area, but we're already not collecting any income, so that'll be just fine. With our ill-gotten gains, though, we go ahead and chuck in the East Horn in this area here in Kragnar. We're down to 1,500 already. Changes from the last turn, I did go ahead and chuck in another lord here, Ugrock Bigagit, who is mushroom addicted, so all of his goblin and night goblin units are going to be 15% cheaper. That a shroom in your pouch? Give it to me. We've got a whole bunch, and we'll just basically fill this army up with goblins and have them hold against the hordes of the rat men and start trying to take some ground. We know we've just picked a fight with one of the larger rat factions, but I'm not so concerned. We can basically just play defense until Skarsnik deals with the Umis. And we can turn on back around and go for the smacking. Either way, we've nearly finished off Clan Moors, so we are about to be one enemy less. We should figure out where their kind of last remaining settlements are. It might just be the Gerzer Mines.
Clan Moors is...
He has 2 settlements left, so yeah, it definitely looks like he's down to those 2. Still strength rank 57. Not doing too bad for himself. Nowhere near as great as us, though. Let's swing on into Karak Ziflin, and let's go for anything that gives us a little bit more gold. We'll have a Skarsnik sprint on through, go after either the Beast Stone and the Pillar of Bones both.
I will
Pretty sure Carl Stair only has the 1 settlement, so as long as we catch him away from it, we should be able to have no problem drop-kicking at that Cornate faction out the window. For Zoc here.
What a sucking it do you want?
Well, my friend, I want you to come on down to Scabby Eye Camp and do some raiding. So let's go into a march stance.
Alright.
Go right to the edge of Dokras. Won't do any more recruiting on this end. We're going to keep saving up some scrap as well for our next tier of upgrades. We are sitting at a few where we're just waiting for 50 scrap, like pointier rocks, which is probably what we go for first, as this allows us to get 20% more income from sacking, and we're already gaining quite a bit. Our treasury is basically just filling up by bonking fools on the head and taking all their coins. Dralg is in his ambush point there.
Magic's ready.
Got mixed up between ambush points and skill points. And we'll swing on in here and we'll throw in some more magics. Let's go for Sneaky Stealin', which will just hamper enemy casters a little bit there by dropping their overall power recharge as long as we are casting. It's not amazing, but it's a small little spiteful effect there. Perfect for the goblins. More gold in Grim Peak. Then we had the turn. Dralg's ambush was foiled, but Queek is just kind of sitting here and building up some magics.
Lord One says no.
Nothing but some Plague Claw catapults, and he's only got 4 of those. They're still deadly. Basically one barrage of that'll send some of our gobos fleeing.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Just gonna sit over here off on the side. We'll go ahead and have this lord claim the Black Iron Mine. Make sure we're not getting stabbed in the back by any Skaven. Leadership on the lord. And we'll just go ahead and occupy the area here. Yeah. Audacious. We've got a lovely new Skaven Plague, and Droud, what are you rolling with? A whole heap of orcs?
I'm well nasty.
You're real nasty. As long as we get the Ragnarok Spider in to chase off the Plague Claw catapults, we shouldn't have to deal with him for very long. He's going to have how many Menace Below summons? 3.
Who needs stabbing?
This is a fight we'll have to take the field ourselves, but it should be no problem. This is going to be a valiant defeat. Looking at the same thing here. Both these chieftains are on Rat Ogres, which is a bit concerning. We've got Du Bois, though. Take it to him. Alright, Snowy Embankment here we'll be fighting on. And then we've got a very clumped up E formation here with the Plague Claw catapults at the very front. Interesting. Means we're gonna have to deal with the plague claws. I say no to that, so we're gonna throw all of our gobos in the woods here. If they're spotted, they're gonna have a really bad day. I'll have the Night Goblin War Boss up front. None of them are visible, right? That we need to absolutely make sure of. The Ragnarok I'm keen on trying to waste some ammo with on those Plague Claw catapults. And then we've got all of these Squig Hoppers to also bounce on over and bring ruin to the catapult. I need to change the spacebar. Shows me firing arcs. It already does. Not for enemies. Fair enough. We'll have the weakened Squigs fighting in the woods. Perfect. All of the full health lads a little ways back. The weakened lads can be useful for dealing with those Night Runners once they close the gap. We really want to use our 2 trolls here to lock down the enemy lords and heroes on their large rat mounts. Let's grab all of the speedy units. Night Goblin and a Ragnarok. Take a look at some of the rats we're going to be throwing down with. Really just these guys are going to cause us the most problems. Chieftains on. Once they do gain, the Rat Ogre become quite dangerous. Got a small biplane going overhead, so I'm going to mute for a moment, but we'll just... Yes, and there's your showcase. We're so close to an airport that we get to deal with that on occasion if you haven't been privy just yet. Minute 32 before our reinforcements arrive. Let's get to it. And normally it's something a lot more loud. We get something that sounds like a rocket flying overhead. Squigs, you guys move up and around the outside. You have the Ragnarok continue to kind of just wiggle around. Figure they're going to try to give the Plague Claw in order here fairly soon. Squigs, you stay kind of on this side near the Ragnarok, so that'd be a quick surround and wipe out. Although we could probably send the Ragnarok right in. We would just get jumped by both of the chieftains. Use the trees as cover there. We get to see the summons minutes below. There it is. I mean, if you want to rack up some kills, that works for me. They're just going to flee. It just snacks right on through. I should go watch some of these horrifying combat animations. I was keeping an eye on Week's army. The one rat. And they're terrified off already. I think you're in range of the catapults. Stay a little ways back there. The Skaven catapults always have a really, really easy time launching their shots through tree lines. Oh yeah. That's a charge for the ages. Make sure that this orc doesn't charge his way into danger there. That way we don't lose our entire... Well, that was a lot of damage. Did they go for a warp bomb or just get really unlucky there? That was crazy. It could have been the Clan Moor's stone there. Dodge the playgrounds. Keep falling back. Let's go aggressively towards the top portion of the map there, and we'll grab all the rest of these orcs. Ring them up. We'll have 2 gobos on this side. Orc errors in position. Have them run. Just all in your own groups with the archers in guard mode. Orc boys clobber them. We'll send the squigs to help. Yes, they're just going to continue to retreat. Now we start sending the lads forward. Very wide line of gobos. We want to keep our Night Goblin War Boss away from week. People have a horrible day. Rock on back now. You guys keep moving. Looks like he's going to try to go for the squig hoppers. These squigs around. You just keep moving. All of our weakened squigs in the woods here, we'll send them on out off to the side to protect the archer teams. Rock, you keep moving. They're definitely going to want to try to blast you with... The gun runners came out of nowhere. Well done. Also, the good news is we know where they are, so as long as we don't get the squigs to rampage, we should be able to get them around to attack the catapults, no problem. So send these squigs in. This group of goblins can go try to chase them. Come on, squigs, fall back. Perfect. Let's grab group 4 here, lock them and send them all in. And these goblos gonna fall up this angle. Ragnarok's doing an excellent job just holding the line for a moment. Move past these gutter runners. There are night runners in the woods we'll have to worry about. Of course, you all can just move straight past. Squig hoppers. Crash into this group here. Snack on a few of them. I'm gonna go ahead and launch the Arachno Eruption. Pull them on away. Come on then, orcs. We'll have you just start launching that at the clan rats up front. Catapults are getting set up. Luckily we've got all the way around, so we've got them. You gobos. I'll give you your individual targets now that we're here. Excellent targeting from their blade claw catapults. That's just going to happen. Move these lads in, take them out of the group. Night Goblin come on around. Trying to injure as many of our archers as they can. One of them splashes down. You charge into these clan rats. Those catapults are gone. Realize we left the trolls all the way back in the back. We need you all now more than ever. Several groups of squigs rampaging. Have the orc boys actually take proper targets. Lost our Ragnarok for sure. That eyesight made sure I was not able to see it. Go for the wall. You guys turn back around. Piece of Ragnarok, that was hugely foolish. Boys, you can go ahead and smash it in this location. Not having access to the rest of our wall. These trolls is not great. Move those troll legs. Carbineers in the back line, you guys all move in together. Round and destroy. Ragnarok Spider can just kind of stay nearby and launch stuff at pools. You should have to be a little bit more careful with it. Gutter runners give you the extra armor. Keep surrounding and destroying individual groups of the clan rats there. Keep weakening the storm vermin. Both trolls smash right back into the center. Have the normal trolls fight with the chieftain. Back, let all of the gobos help out. Kill that chieftain with arrows. Another wah is activated. We just have the goblins on the back launch stuff at him. Let's see if we can't charge into the back of this group. And we just have to be very careful with the health. In fact, so much so I'm going to leave him away so we don't lose the Ragnarok. We got 800 health left. all of the archers deal with the enemy chieftain. Goblins and river trolls can throw down here, or boys should easily be able to blend through some halberdiers. Be they storm vermin or not. Butcher them. Keep that Ragnarok back so we do not lose it. Full surround off and we should have them destroyed. Albeit with pretty aggressive casualties. And there's squigs, snacks for all. Skaven can't taste. Cannot taste good as far as a snack goes. Love to actually be able to use our Ragnarok. Let's charge it in nearby just to prepare. All of you archers keep firing on the same unit. Trolls are starting to lose that will to fight. Almost down. Squigs need to move their way back this direction. These guys have gotten rampaged. Come on, rat. Charge that here. Just its effect should be enough to scare them away. Now charge it on through. Perfect. These boys turn around and fight quick. All archers switch targets to the next chieftain. And messy or not, we got him. All at rats and orcs all over the place. Which is great, because that means we don't have to pay their upkeep anymore. We're going to run down as many of these rats though as we can, and I'll catch you all in a moment. Even with a couple pretty horrible misplays, we managed to bully the rats. Even with a fully upgraded Queek head taker is no match for just a normal old night goblin. Let's have some snacks here. Finish on up. And do our best to finish off Queek with an auto resolve. Herman flail, so he should have an extra bonus for his infantry. And then we'll also go ahead and give you the drippin' tips for the Skarsnik's death juice. And nastier squigs, since we have so many of them. Extra 8 melee attack and 10 charge bonus. We've got an absolute ton of them in this army. Perfect. Now we move in and finish off Queek. Lose no units. Okay. That is that. Now we will go ahead and slaughter these captives. But a troll herder. Trolls are stupid, that is a fact. So orc troll herders are employed to get the dumb gits where they're meant to be. One battle with trolls. Now they cost less if we're trying to recruit them. We've got a new Bad Moon banner. The leering yellow face of the Bad Moon banner rises. All night goblins swell with an insane blend of daring and battle madness. That'll be great for any of our night goblin armies. Let's have that for the defenders up here. Ugrok bigger git, because we're already going to deal with Toxer. In fact, since Toxer is moving this way.
A scheme worthy of Skarsnik. What does
We moved Skarsnik up in March.
Right then, let's
And there's no way for Toxer to escape. And then we're both very tired. We just have to functionally wait for reinforcements. Let's do it. Switch back into normal stance? That's the way. Well, that makes it much more in our favor. Well, hello, rats. How do you feel about the weirdest death animation? They just kind of spin out slowly. We lost 560. A very spread out 560. And we'll take the experience. Idle Carva. I'm betting that was one of their more dangerous armies. Dealt with.
You need help.
We'll give you the inspiring presence, my friend. And pass us some skills to Skarsnik's army. Let's go evasion on the Troll Hag.
Lots of plans.
The Jar is almost maxed out here. We'll go for the last point to Night Shroud.
I hear ya.
And Tor for Sly, so the other
I'm a
big
schemer.
bosses we end up recruiting actually gain some more skills. a little bit faster. Grab that smash him faster for Skarsnik, which will give us 24 extra melee attack. A horde of corn on demand. Right, Skarsnik. March stance and back this way. We'll have Ugrock also. Yeah, we'll have him march on back to the Black Crag. Take the Skarsnik's fight bit here in Black Crag, as well as Skarsnik's Shack. Getting Valea's Sorrow upgrade is going to be very useful, as it's one of the main ways in. We would need 8,000 for Skarsnik's Lair. 1% more weapon strength for all armies. Alright, alright. Kardag Luna, I'm starting to think is just fully bugged. We're not going to be able to upgrade this one ever, which is quite a shame. Ragnar. I actually do think Skarsnik's Shack to help out with the control is going to be paramount here.
Now they'll see.
Gold production. Lost 1,000, we might as well. And then what we'll do is we'll just finish off this Skaven here at this settlement. Perhaps. This is still improving, just barely. It changes seemingly every turn. There's so many things that are influencing it positive, but we're fighting against a 100 aversion. Being more powerful than him is also pretty useful for us. I think it's going to be lots of giving him tribute until he likes us. Drow will take you into March.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
And back into Karakazul for maximum replenishment. Only a little bit more, but I'll take it. No archer upgrades, not in this army. Wouldn't mind giving these goblins a little bit more armor.
Who needs study?
Really prefer to upgrade the night goblins we have, which we don't have really any of them. Back over to Skarsnik, we'll give both of these guys a bit more armor. Excellent. Could come up here and just grab the pointier rocks. Right now, what are we moving through? I think we're just grabbing things because we can. Recruitment cost reduction up to less eaten, more building. Now let's grab pointier rocks so we can get scrap upgrades for the rock lava. Which, less for this and more for the bigger loot cart and the enormous loot cart. Oh, can you reach the Scabby Eye camp? Almost. Go into the raiding camp. And keep to where we can retreat into Brag to Wazbag if we need to. He's just out here to be a nuisance. More than anything else. So we'll come on in and grab just some armor on one of these gobos. Perfect. Then our Badlands settlements. Rim Peak is the one I'm looking at. Definitely take it up to tier 3. Go for kind of a spread out upgrade across all these areas here. Sweet business. A hero that hasn't been moved. Prove it. Fair enough. I'll have you jump in with Kevin. Punish those troops.
Here, mates. Here.
Exactly. Alright, the cult of Sigmar has attacked Dokraz. And this is a fairly dangerous army here. Do we get walls? I mean, I like our chances a little bit more with walls. We are still rolling with Night Goblins, so not a lot of staunch, sturdy forces we have here, but we have lots of nuisance. Let's do our best. And also their general is just a huntsman. He does have the arrow of Akshi, though, so he will be blasting some missiles at us. Let's see what we can do. Empire versus Crooked Moon. Alright, as we appear in the ceiling, let's see what Sigmar's finest are going to do. It's cavalry, halberdiers, and archers on this side. We're definitely going to have most of our forces defending that cavalry charge, which is going to be fairly effective. Let's let these lads walk all the way across the entirety of the area here. We'll chuck in 100 is how much that costs. single normal one on both sides here, so let's go for a 500 here and a 500 here. Normal goblins, 2 night goblins behind them. Night goblin archers will absolutely lose in a fight with normal crossbows, so we need to pull them back a little ways. Although not easy to do. Keep them back. We're gonna have to hold up in one spot, which is going to be here. So we'll have the other goblins with spears holding this valley. Have the spider riders stick to the outside. Other night goblin archers also just gonna stay back here in the back so we can launch in arrows at the cavalry once they close the gap. Two night goblins here. Rest of them come on around. I have to hold in one spot. There's no way to defend all of those at once. You boys hang out in the back just in case. Luckily, no artillery. He's outside of the arrows of action he's going to be throwing. Right then. Let's let the battle begin. The ultimate of can a unit of goblins stand firm against a double charge of Imperial Knights? Likely not. Likely not, so we're going to try to poison them on their way in. Operation to poison them once they get here is a go. You've now noticed the night goblins. Just night goblins, what are you worried about? Send these forest goblins out and around. Where a lot of their great swords are, though. You guys stay out well wide, and we'll just move through behind them to capture zones. Beautiful. First barrage is there. Looks like they're just gonna send the knights around the outside. Change their mind. Fair enough. Be able to decimate this first group here. We'll have you switch targets. Go after those crossbowmen if you can there. Your crossbows in with the rest. Does make full sense. First unit of Halberdiers is gone. Well, if they have out here, is it just archers? Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and advance. Night goblins charge out and break them. Let's go ahead and rotate these 2 night goblin archers. Help out with the next area. You go ahead and come up and start firing on this huntsman general. I don't think we need much more in terms of dealing with that side. Let's chuck in the monument here to give them more leadership. Hold all of the lads back. Awesome. This is a really bad place for a tower. Throw in a tower here. Night goblins should slice right through these poor fools. Let's let these night goblin archers just rotate around. Need a big ol' thick blob of night gobbos. All back. He's trying to escape. He's got several arrows sticking at him. I don't let him run. Normal gobbos versus crossbows. All lads up and around. Got crossbows in this position. 40 seconds before we have friendlies. Keep the spiders pursuing them. We're likely to lose. Oh, this position actually holds the... How does that make sense? Lose this monument. Let's go ahead and I can't destroy it. Much of the way.
Fanatics away! Gonna kill 'em! Stabbers ready!
They really don't. Those knights really don't want to advance past. Crossbows have moved up, and who are they going to try to blast at? Night Goblin teams. Very fair. Activate the wall. Stop those knights.
Let's do this! Let's!
Lads. You fire on those knights for me. Our spiders aren't really able to do much right now. Rotate them around to this side. They'll have the infantry move in to capture the points, which is very fair. Alright, the enemy Huntsman General's gone. We'll leave these goblins to help fight. We'll have the Night Goblins that are over here. You all come on back around. Blasting our archers to bits.
Moving fast! Moving fast!
Great swords are your next target. Using the knights in the back to kind of keep our spiders away. The fact they've got the high ground over here, there's not a lot we can do about it. Pull these archers out and around. And not lose our archers.
Let's scrap! Moving fast! Goblins!
More Night Goblins into position. Huntsman General is fully gone. Let's have them sneak on around and capture this point. Those crossbows don't come back. Either towers we can upgrade. This one I don't even think has any line of sight on anyone at all. But if we turn it into a catapult tower, maybe it will. And we're willing to try it. Spiders come up, capture points. Both sit on the same point if we can. You guys come on around.
Where's the cave?
Try to come back this way, though. They cease to wish to fight.
Stabbers ready!
Break those great swords. You guys fire on this group of crossbows for me.
Please, gobbos!
Those knights have been wounded pretty well by just the tower itself.
Please, Bellingham!
All right, goblins, back on and add yourself to the front line here. We run out of arrows, it's gonna get very spicy.
Night goblins! Ready!
I got in.
Running!
Spiders are capturing the zone back. I'd like to send some of them in and maybe threaten these crossbows. We'll just have them come through to distract those knights.
Let's scrap!
Alright, crossbows are done.
Drink the brew!
Drink the brew. Let's fire on these halberdiers in the back line that we're less likely to fire on our own units. More likely to hit theirs, even if we miss. The knights just add themselves to the fight. I think we're in really good shape. Zone's ours. You guys come on back around. Sneaky gets. I don't know if the catapult tower is able to fire, but it looks awesome. This is with the distinct faction towers mod. Depending on the settlement you're in, that is going to determine the how the towers look.
Stickers ready!
I mean, even if you are Greenskins like we are, we'll still get Dawi towers. Get them, spiders.
Gonna stab her!
Eight-legged menace. Bringing some of the great swords back to try to deal with our spiders. We'll have the spiders pull away, and instead go claim a zone. Look, a really good job. Spider Riders come back up the hill.
Moving fast.
Chuck in some more arrow towers over here. Bring these archers back up. I think they're out of arrows, so we'll just send them into the fray. Can we replenish with the barricade? That old cheese. So many yellow-shirted Imperials here. In fact, we can bring our general up and then just send him through without even using the... We don't even really need to send him into the fight. Alright, Spider's getting shot at by these guys that you already chased off. Almost out of arrows. Try to blast these Empire Knights where we can. Focus them down. Your catapult's crashing down. Sneaky gets moved through. All of the zones are back under our control almost. They got launched. There's no surviving that one. And now for our fanatics, who are hopefully in position. Yeah, let's just send the crazies through. They'll blend up friendlies. Or if they go uphill, we're good. I don't know where the loony gets went.
Moving fast.
Alright, that zone's under our control as well. We'll send the spiders back in and have them start getting some rear charges on this group here. Get those great swords together. You try to fire on these Empire Knights. 8 more seconds before some loony gets can be sent on into the fray.
Ready. Moving fast.
I have to figure out what we can actually use, though. Hidden crawl the spiders. Get a little bit of an overcharge into the backs of the normal Imperial soldiers. Pull those spiders on back. You guys do. We get too close to that nitro. And then we send the lads up the hill again, trying to avoid our own. I just need too many from there. Alright, goblins, you move in to surround these great swords. We'll have just the spiders keep charging in. Great swords. Doing their best to wade on through.
Get going. Goblins.
Everyone who can fight, get in there. Spiders out. Their light cavalry isn't annihilated. Let's put in some very dangerous towers in there. More loonies. That's going to do friendly fire damage. By probably on a pretty hefty margin. Rest in peace those Night Gobos. Make sure these Empire Knights don't come back and you all just charge back in.
Stickers ready.
Break them. If there's any other towers we can put in. Need a bit more in terms of actual resources. Just getting the Empire is broken. They came in thinking to be conquerors and now leave as our servants. Those Yumis got sit back and right, they did. Honestly, I can guarantee you they weren't expecting that either. 130 kills. Most of our Night Goblins, they're slaying scores of Yumis. Let's go ahead and take all of the extra ransom. And pride cometh before the fall. The lads ain't got the best aim, but at least we can make 'em hurt things more. More ammunition and missile strength for all of our catapults. Ooh, Godly Wrath and Kara Grill. The gods of your enemies have directly intervened in our interests, sowing destruction across our realm. But how do we confront a god's wrath? Get out of here, Sigmar.
I'm special.
I'm special. Man, we are improving so very slowly with the Chaos Dwarves. Alright, Draug.
Reach stabbing.
I need to see exactly what's going on down here at the Goozer Mines.
Forwards.
Quite a bit of the territory we have to move, and this has got full vampiric corruption. And we're going to be dealing with the Blue Roses right after this. Battle of the Hordes has just continuously been going on here. Okay, so Ugrok, you're going to hang out
And powerful warhorse.
normal stance right outside of the territory.
On the way.
And away. And we'll give you some more gobos. So one more here. 2 more archers, and then perhaps a nasty skulker. They're very cheap. This will be just an entire army full of just the little green boys.
Scheming. See you later.
March stance here to get over here as quick as we can. Nicholas is going to stay in territory. Maybe that's as far as he could escape to.
Great and powerful.
We're going to move on in and see about doing some damage here. Can we reach?
Stabbing time.
Oh, maybe not quite.
Kick 'em in.
Just barely not. Okay, we're going to raid stance one more time and pull a little ways away from the settlement. That way we're not getting jumped by a huge squad out Yumis. More scrap armor for this group. Keep them safe. How much gold we have left? Not a ton. Unfortunately. Cool, we can snag. Anything to give us a little bit more gold? Pile of shiny stuff sounds great. And we can throw up the pole as well.
Anything you say.
Thank you, Sack.
Can't.
And get sprinting on down. It would be great to use the Wa to deal with the Chaos Dwarves if we really need to. I prefer to keep the Chaos Dwarves on side. Supposed to give you another gift. Man, you're an absolute clown. I will give you a gift, though. I would hope so. A different kind of gift than the gift of the settlement. But no more for a while, because we need our gold. We're just giving some of the leftover shinies to the greedy spiky gits. Perfect. We'll be able to do some more damage. Oh, he went through the mountain. What a rat.
Think the tide again.
Alright, let's grab the bigger loot cart on up to, well, no complaining. Gives us more control. Spotted that out of the corner of our eye. 3 extra control in all of our regions sounds excellent. Like have Skarsnik then warp on through and try to chase Garth off. Absolute goober. Alright, we'll zoom on in and we'll end the turn. We figured he was going to attack. He's got 3 units of Rad Ogres. Honestly, we could probably do an absolute ton of damage here, but he does have the Warlock Engineer, and Warp Lightning is just ridiculous for just a normal old wizard. We'll take the loss. So will he. Good grief. Alright, I guess now it's going to be how much of our territory can the rats yoink from us before we deal with the Yumis. That's a little bit frustrating. We got 15 turns. We need to get there very fast.
Trixie.
The underway.
I like a good plan.
But is it going to matter?
You've been staring at the bad moon.
I was hoping I'd get to do some cheesy shenanigans. So it's not going to be the way. Let's bring Ugrok.
Running.
How powerful is Clan Gnaw? That will tell me quite a bit here. Strength rank 99. That is likely their only army. Or they are building up another one over here at Uzkul.
I'm the boss.
Bring Ugrok out. He's already got 9 units. We'll see if he gets a run over. Bring in some more sneaky stabby gits, then 1 unit of trolls. Perfect.
I got plans.
Didn't think they would start warping through the mountain like that. That was a bit of an unfortunate. Let's grab the Fate of Juna. That way we can direct where that damage goes. Our Night Goblins will suffer pretty immensely from dealing with Oh, hello, Volkmar. You're likely to be too much for what we've got here. Rock has a huge army.
What a sucking it do
Maybe
you
we can get an
want?
ambush.
Alright, alright.
Where's the best place to try that here? The Badlands all fairly barren and hard to hide in. I think he's gonna go after Parag Wazbek if anything, so let's
This
just
way!
ambush stance, sneak over this way. And then we should be able to attack, no problem, if he decides to leave. Alright then. Give it one more intern here.
Help?
Drow cannot reach the Gerzer mines because Gouger Face Smasher has finished them off. However, I believe you are their lord. And so if I bonk you on the head, I get your entire faction? Sound about right? Can I declare war on you without taking any issues?
Speak up.
I sure can. So let's maybe see about talking to the Caravan of Blue Roses here. I'll join your war against Skullcrag.
Your petty desires.
Listen, Baldy. I just want you to go
Very well.
very low. Wait. Why? It wasn't going to give us any issues for declaring on Skullcrag previously. That's not great. We do need to work now to try to fix our reliability.
Night Coppo War
You
Boss.
just move up into an ambush stance.
Leaving.
We'll catch the undead. Or Gouger, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to fight the undead yet. But just dealing with him in a single battle. Of course, we know he's got biggins here.
Who's the boss?
That could get a little bit spooky. I believe, though. Upgrade the Keep O Shiny stuff here, and then that is going to be all the time I've got for today. I have been at Space Wizard Total War. I believe a like for the light god and a sub for the sub zone. I'll see you all next one.